Graziana and Franco Luporini have made the transition from an urban lifestyle in Milan to become Angus Stud breeders in North Canterbury. They've gone from novice farmers to award-winning breeders in less than a decade.
We had nothing to do with farming, and we chose New Zealand because we wanted just to remake our life. I came here to New Zealand, I started to do some scouting for Italy, for models, and then we went around and we loved the countryside. I was a model agent, I had my own model agency, and for really private reason at the end I stopped. Franco was working for a bank, so completely different background. So to us it was very, very new, and actually I love it. I really love animals, and I love their way of react and thinking and whatever.
You're supposed to have the best every year to improve your breeding. Sometimes it depends on the sire that you have used. If you have used the right sires for the right job, is a mix. Like breeding is like painting. It's a bit like to be an artist. You have got to combine the different bloodlines. You can't chuck in a bull and say, I will do the job, it looks good, mate. Just you've got to combine all the things.
When we took over our farm and we realized we weren't experienced on grass, we went to some dairy farmers, probably the top dairy farmers in the country, and we offered our farm for lease to them with 1,000 dairy heifers, and in exchange we wanted to be taught everything. So it was pasture management, condition, type of grass, what is best and what is worst, how do you calculate the pasture, the dry matter they eat, anything. And so we've been doing that for 2 or 3 years, and then when we thought we were up to standard, we took over. If you have a fantastic bull, but you have a very average cows, I don't think you can have a wonderful performance. You really have to put together the two to get a nice outcome. The temperament I look at, the milk, the udder, the feet, of course, and the carcass. I mean, you can see that one that she's tattoo 9011, she's the 11th born in 2009. So I know exactly when she was born, if it was earlier into our calving or later on. She's got this block of meat and the udder very high, so it doesn't get into mastitis or whatever. And all the condition that you look for the Angus.
One of the problems we see with the New Zealand bloodlines is that they haven't got the speed and the carcass qualities of the American bloodlines. So virtually what we've done, we decided, okay, we've got these very well-structured cattle, absolutely easy calving cattle. Let's try to put some rocket fuel into them, and let's see what happens. It's like trying to put the engine of a Ferrari on a Land Rover. That's what we are trying to do. Sometimes you see two beautiful parents and the children are all like that. Sometimes it's the opposite. So, as I said before, the embryos is the perfect example. You can get 5 bulls out of a flush. One is very good, one is okay, one is exceptional, and 2 are just you cull them.
In 2006, they looked to Australia to improve their carcass genetics. Robert Buell, a breeder from New South Wales, is on farm to look over their bulls.
Franco and Graziana have visited our property a number of times. They've been breeding Angus cattle for I think it's 8 or 9 years. They've identified some bloodlines in Australia and some different outcross genetics. They've tried to place themselves a little bit different to other people and bring in bloodlines that are not available in this country, and also source some really good cow families. They've done a lot of research on the cows and cow families and tried to bring in cattle that are not available at this point in New Zealand.
You try to get the embryos from the best genetics. The dam of some of those embryos is a $42,000 Australian dollars cow that was sold from stud to stud. Famous Princess W38, very powerful cow. The sire is a sire that has never arrived to New Zealand. It's really what we think what the modern beef market wants. Very high carcass, very high MA, muscle area, and very high retail beef yield, which are the three most important economic traits. In New Zealand, some people, they are still judging bulls from the shape of the head and from the jaw. Problem is that nobody has never published a schedule for the heads and for the jaws. So it is utmost interesting for us, for our breeding program, that the recent New Zealand meat report that has been published by that guy of Deloitte clearly states that payment of meat in New Zealand should be based on quality, yield, and usually in economic traits, not on the shape of the animals. So we want to grow them fast, we want to see them going away before the second winter, and we want very good quality eating. We want the customer to have a good eating experience.
This program was made with funding from New Zealand On Air.